in and out.
Thank you.
On the 29th, ne?
29th of October.
Yeah.
It will be the 13th year.
13 years, yeah.
13
Ra
years.
celebrate our love. The Eden, the garden.
The-
Eden.
Sun Eden.
Sun Eden.
Him not being
South
South
African.
African has never been an issue, really, for me.
They don't see me as a friend, as a brother, as an African brother, as a black brother. So those are the scary part.
Yeah.
You know, when I encounter any kind of xenophobic energy, you know, I'm like, oh, that's another ignorant one.
Thank you for watching our video. This show is sponsored by DreamStream. DreamStream is a unique platform where creators can monetize their video content. All creators rely on support from people like you. Join us on the DreamStream platform to support your favorite creator and view the episode without any adverts. Follow the link in the description for a how-to guide. DreamStream, a place where you can create yourself.
Sanbanani Dumelana Psheni. Hello. Hey beautiful people. I am back and Nakalibizo Ditshwanelo Mosia Wanyana wa Mosotho. And this is She Is the Scope. Before we get into it, because today is fire, like we're pakati inside, yeah? I want to do breathing exercises because my uncle, my beloved uncle, hey, Mr. Yves. Oh, shake, like who does? Yeah, Mike and cameras and lights. It's not for kids. And today, he's 12 years old today, I'm telling you. But we're gonna do breathing exercises. Mr. Yves, this is for you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank
You see, I care. I want us to husa, breathe in
Okay.
and out. In and out.
Thank you. Thank you for making me feel kind of a little bit younger.
Yes, you know what, ne? I always say with my guests here, okay, this is your living room, and this is us, and we are having a conversation, and these are just props.
Okay.
They're just like your TV, your radio,
All
whatever.
right.
So take it like that, whatever, so that you can be
Thank you.
fine. Focus on us. And then you're gonna be fine. So I would like to introduce them, but I want them to introduce themselves the best way that they want to introduce themselves. Kenya, we are packaged inside. So kita kala ka wena sis Aviyah, and then Mr. Yves will learn from the best. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so firstly, the breathing exercises were helpful for me. Okay. I'm the one that never shakes, even in an earthquake.
Yes,
Okay, so
yes.
you know, I know how to remain steady and steadfast. But girl,
Today-
I'm like a duck. You know, a duck, but you just see it like this on the water, Mara. Underneath
It's peddling like
yeah. So
fighting
that's
for
how
my
I'm
life.
feeling.
Well, you are a very gorgeous duck, by the way. People, when I say I roll with the best, I mean it. I'm not trying to brag, but people in my life, and people that I attract are gorgeous. Give up gotcha girls, you know, give up cheap it's the cheap, you know, the stainless steel, you know. Have a crack at all. Yeah. So sis Aviyah, just in your own words.
Hi, I'm Aviyah. Nice to meet you guys. It's the nerves. It's the nerves. We'll talk about it. We'll get to know each other.
Yes.
It's the hour to do it, right?
Yes.
So yeah, I'm just happy to be here. And firstly, congratulations,
I
sis.
know.
I'm so happy for you. You know, I've always been pushing you, and you've always been saying,
definitely.
no, the background. I like to, you know, put other people.
Not for me, like
no,
you know,
but no, you.
I'm behind the scenes.
No, and I've been saying you gotta start somewhere.
Yeah,
and
you
this
did.
is a damn good
Yeah,
start.
you did. And I have to commend and give you your flowers because you are part of my growth. I think a lot of times that I've failed to see the greatness in me, the soldier in me, yeah? You've always seen it and you've always empowered me to say, D, you can do it. You know, Ratu, like do this, do this. And she actually wrote, oh, I need to find that bio. She wrote a bio, ne? I've never had a bio in my entire life. Like Wikipedia does not have about me, you know? So she wrote this bio and I was like, damn, is this me? You know? And she's like, dude, this is everything about you. And I'm like, okay, from now on, if you ask for my bio, I'm sending that one. And you should be a journalist because you're very good with words.
Yeah, I
You
love
should consider
words.
that.
I love words.
I think you should start a blog.
Yeah, actually, that's what I'm doing now because I realized, you know what, I love a lot of things, you know, but writing, that's where I really get to become me.
Yes.
Because in the world out there, you still gotta be something.
Yes,
you know,
definitely.
you know,
Yeah.
there's a filter somewhere
Yes.
on how you should conduct yourself. But in writing, I'm never that.
No.
And I
No.
write with attitude.
You know
too.
what?
But you know, everything I wrote about you is really who you are. And I
Yeah.
told you, I said, you know, humility will hurt you
Yes.
because you know you so much in your head trying to be
Yes. Yes.
humble.
Yeah.
But you know, at the end of the day, you fail to really see your achievements.
Definitely.
You fail to see your strengths and your weaknesses because you don't want to blow your own horn because you
Yeah.
don't want to be too
Yes, seem
to
to be
this
like
or to
braggy
that.
and
But you know,
narcissistic.
that's who you are. You are a powerhouse, sister.
You know,
Oh,
and you better
powerhouse
recognize
Ratu.
it. No, thank you, sis. Now, these days, I'm here. Giddy Korean hats.
Oh,
Yes.
oh,
The
yes.
Korean hats.
Oh, yeah, I've been.
We are here. But thank you so much, sis. Mr. Eve, we've not forgotten. We're just trying to make you come.
I know. It's that was a kind of a long interaction for my wife.
That's who
But,
we
you
are,
know,
Mr. Eve.
Yeah.
That's who we are.
Okay.
Yeah.
They said we're sitting in the living room, so.
Yeah, I know. That's how the living room. I'm surprised that you're the one now talk too much.
Yeah, you
I
know.
talk too much. Okay, I'm Yves. Nice to meet you guys. But thank you so much, and again, congratulations.
Thank you, Mr.
I
Eve.
want to see you
Flourish.
go beyond
Yes,
international. You know,
Yes.
do maybe not regional,
Yes.
and then you're gonna do local, and then provincial, and then country, and then neighbor continent, and then
Yes.
the world.
From
I
your mouth
hope,
to God's
you know,
ears.
No, but
We-
podcasting is the future.
It
so
is.
Yeah.
It is.
Vele, you know, I'm sure someone's already doing. How do you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they can see you right there.
And you know what, ne? I knew of podcasting before it hit South Africa. I always used to watch a lot of it, but I don't think I knew that it's podcasting. I always just wondered, oh, this talk show where we are seeing mics and where people are just like themselves. What's this? You know? And I'm glad that Africa now is catching on and we're actually just having this kind of conversations and this kind of settings. What I wanted to also just say is that myself and Mr. Eve, we are like spiritual partners. Like, I don't think I speak about God with any other person as much as I speak about God with Mr. Eve. Anytime we speak, we'll be like, we'll dive into God and scripture and all the greatness of it. So I call you my spiritual partner because I know that we are always just praying and always just speaking about church and everything. But I appreciate you because that's also
You're
a
welcome.
great foundation. And I think I look
welcome.
at you and I'm like, if I want to know what men are thinking, who can I ask? Who will tell me the genuine, honest truth about It is. It is. So obviously I need to introduce what we're talking about today.
Okay.
So it's very serious and very deep. And the reason why I'm saying so is because I know so many people that have babies with foreigners, so many people that are married to foreigners, so many people that want to marry or date a foreign person. And in South Africa, foreigners are not exactly accepted like fully. Yeah, there's that stigma, there's the xenophobic situation that happens around it. There's them saying they're stealing our jobs, they're stealing our women, hey, they're selling drugs, hey, 1 2 3 4 5. But we miss the point of saying not everybody is the same. I'm not saying there are no foreigners that are doing shady things. Probably they are. I'm sure they are. But it's not everybody. You know, I myself, I'm a foreigner. You know, just that I was born and raised this side. And if my dad was in my life, obviously this will affect me very much so, because I will feel, oh, okay, they're saying foreigners must go back to their countries. Does that mean I need to go back into that country as well? Because I'm my father's daughter. Am I not?
That's debatable because I have also another idea about that.
About that, which you will touch on.
Probably.
Let's hope she does. But
I have my own thoughts and ideas. So
yeah, so that's the conversation today, because I do know you, Sis Aviyah, you are married to Mr. Yves, and Mr. Yves is Congolese. So they've been married for 13 years.
yeah. On the 29th,
29th of October.
yeah,
It will be the 13th
13
year.
years, yeah.
13
Ra
years.
celebrate our love. Ra
But we
celebrate
know each other for about how many?
17 years.
17 years. That's a long time. And Mr. Yves has been in the country for 20 years. So I think we should give him a South African name at this point in time. Maybe a Sbusiso.
No. Sibusiso is too popular.
Yeah, but the meaning behind it.
I like,
Okay, what name do you want? What name
you know,
resonates
that
with you?
type of name like Ramaphosa,
Ah,
Malema.
you want to be Tomamena?
No.
Batamela.
You know, Batamela, yeah.
Yeah.
You see? So
Sure,
those
why
are the
not, baby? You know what? Yeah.
not those are popular names like Doniso,
Yeah.
Kantla,
Wifey, please give him a name.
Ratebe.
Yeah,
Right.
I think I'll give him my dad's name as a nickname.
Yeah.
So I can remember.
Bugota. That's
Eh?
Venda. Bugota.
What does it
Okay,
mean?
yeah, you see.
I don't know. I think it means Kasizulu. Bugota is to swim. So,
Ah, to swim.
okay, so my dad is Venda.
Yes.
My mom is Zulu, and I was raised Zulu.
Yes.
Kulum is Zulu. Nabantwana bamba namakam is Zulu. But
Yeah. Yes.
You know.
the
But
vendor
yeah, my
side.
dad's name was Bogota. That's a vendor name. So it started with a V, right?
Yes.
It starts with a V. Even though I
VH.
said Bogota, yes.
VH, ne?
Yeah.
Okay, no. Lena kiyakhuluma kancane ngiyasifundisa izizwe, you know.
I mean,
Unomalungelo wami.
Unomalungelo wami, you know. Ngizofika le. You know, as long as I can go to Durban and get myself out of trouble. I can, because Durbanites don't like speaking any other language. So when you get there, you're like, hey, khuluma isiZulu ntombazane, you know. So I'm getting there slowly.
Utlaba sharp, right?
Yeah. So okay, I want you guys to just tell us how you guys met 17 years ago.
We met at work. And he was being unprofessional.
No.
Yes.
No.
That's what it is.
We're in the
I
room,
know,
isn't
I'm
it?
gonna tell
Yes.
it. I'm gonna tell it for what it is. So I was supposed to give him directions so he can come and
So
pick me up.
meaning we
Yes.
didn't meet
This
at
was-
work. That's what I wanted to say.
You were at work, okay?
It was after work.
Okay, that's
After
after work.
Okay. So go on.
So Mama T wanted us to come over, so she wanted to send Eve to come and pick us up.
Yeah.
So, I was trying to give her the address, and you know how Mama T is. She was like, you know what, let me just give him the phone and you tell him,
Where you are.
Yes. And the moment he said hello, I was like, oh, another one.
Another what? Yeah.
So I had to give him directions and whatever. And then when he came to pick me up, I already knew. I was like, oh,
This is
the guys that flirt over the phone. I don't like it.
Yes.
I did
So I
not.
already gave him the dirty look when I
Yes,
got in
like,
the
I
car.
did
Like,
not. Yeah,
hi.
that's the dirty look. I still see it, but I did not flirt with her. Let me say to you
Yes.
this way. Okay,
Speak
it was
your own
after
truth.
work. It was around on a Friday,
Yes.
and Friday most people finish work at
Early. Yes.
So it was around 5, 6.
Mm.
So that when I heard that beautiful voice,
Yes.
I'm not saying beautiful voice because she's my wife.
Yes.
That
It was
the
then.
moment she
Yes.
picked, I just it was just everything was there.
Yes.
So I was attracted by her voice. So not before even I see her. And when I said that, it's not a compliment. It's
Yes.
not what I felt.
It's not
what I-
flirting. It's the
It
truth.
was just there.
Yes.
So not tell me that future didn't show me the opposite.
You know.
So it was meant to be. So no,
Yes.
but I always said that it was her voice. It was
Yes.
you feel, you know.
Oh,
there's
she's
a-
the one. This
it
is my
was-
person.
No, I didn't even feel maybe love or what,
Yeah.
but it was peaceful. You know.
Yes. Yes.
Let me go back a little bit. When I was living, my
Yeah.
dad, for the first time, when my dad and I, when I was leaving Congo to come here,
Yeah.
first time my dad, that's 79
Mm.
years old now, and been married for about 50 years, now, 58 years with my mom,
Yes.
which I love,
Yes.
and she loved too.
Yeah.
First time my dad talked to me about condoms. And then he's telling me, no, when you're going there,
Yes.
there's a lot.
Yes,
You know,
that you
you
will
see
see.
white, you see
Yes.
Indian. In Congo, we live with white people,
Yeah.
but also we live with Arabic. But
Yeah.
when I came here,
Yeah.
I see all the racial. Yes, I understand now why we call
Yes.
South Africa as a rainbow nation.
Yes.
But then what my dad was saying to me, that condoms here, so meaning that do not.
Yeah. Be safe.
So I promised myself,
Mm.
my first girlfriend will be
Your wife.
my wife.
Yes.
And then there was that voice.
Yeah.
I didn't know also that voice would be my wife.
Yes.
Because then we start going, okay, then.
Then that, you know what? I love hearing the story, number one, because it's like a story made from the movies. Kind of, it has a movie feel. Do you get what I mean? Like it has that.
Yeah.
You know those movies that have is it an angel with the light?
It's just a woman holding a lamp or something.
Yes.
Yeah, Columbia Pictures.
Yes, the Colombian. You know the movie's gonna be back. You know that movie, yeah, it's gonna be back. You know, so anytime I listen to it, it always just says there's love, and I've seen you guys go from high, low, middle,
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
everything,
yeah,
and
yeah,
you guys fight through it. And I was
Oh
like,
no,
this is the
the
kind of
fight, love without the fight is not love.
Yeah.
I can tell you guys,
Yes.
love without fight is
it's
not
not
love.
love. So I've seen
Happiness
it.
every day is not
Yes.
a good life too.
I've seen it.
What do you
And
mean?
Yeah, I'm telling you, you can't be happy all the day, all the time.
Gotta be.
No.
you haven't been. So I guess you've had days where you're like, "Ah, can I just stay in bed? I don't want to smile today." And then
Yeah, but
but you have to.
In my pursuit for happiness,
Yeah.
you know.
But you know what's fascinating, and I don't know if I should share the story before we get into it, but I knew that you are a couple to be reckoned with. Yeah, is that the word? Reckoned
Yeah,
with.
yeah.
A couple to be reckoned with, ne? When you guys went to the Eden, the garden,
The-
Sun Eden.
Sun Eden.
Sun Eden.
When they went to Sun Eden, I like this couple
Are you
should be
really-
studied.
And that was for our anniversary.
I don't know what you guys gonna do this year because they went to Sun Eden. If you don't know what Sun Eden is, please Google it. But it's a nude resort.
No, it's a naturist
Okay,
resort.
naturist.
Yes,
Yes.
you know, the nudists, they're
Yes.
called, they prefer to be
Called-
referred to as
I stand
naturists.
correct.
Naturist.
Naturist
Yeah.
resort. In other words, nudists go there.
No clothes, just
No clothes.
shoes
From the
and a
minute you
hat.
get to the reception, clothes off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
Did you
cameras
say-
When you
did
check
say-
in, yeah.
No
So-
cameras, no nothing. Like there's no, and apparently you
No, but-
cannot be indecent in public.
People have cameras
but
there,
you know,
but
it's-
you natural. It's the
It's a
difference is
different
just
world.
the difference is
Yes.
just this.
Yeah.
At that place we do this show
Mm.
Yeah,
naturally.
we can do a podcast.
So
just-
Yeah.
yeah.
I call it naturally.
I know
because now
McG tried to do that.
second-
Like McG actually brought in nudists that also mentioned Sun Eden,
Yeah.
and they were explaining why they do what they do, which is to somehow make us not look at the nudity, but look at the person. You know,
Yes.
which in
Yeah.
essence, if you are used to somebody's naked, you won't Pamela or
No, it's-
have crazy thoughts.
It's
Not
just
at all. It's not like that's what I'm saying. It's like a different world because you do everything just without the clothes. You just put on your shoes and your hat,
And your
sun
head and your
and you know you just keep it moving.
Eish.
You know. and everyone's fine, they're friendly and whatever,
Yeah.
and it's
do they
true.
not look at like down there? Do they not like?
Listen, it's a
Yeah,
natural.
it's there,
Okay,
but it's not like you look for it to be
no,
like,
no, no,
"Ooh,
no, no,
no."
Aviyah, let ask. Now, you dress like this, correct?
Yeah.
Am I not looking at your lips? Because
Yeah.
I can see you put some
Yeah.
shining things. I'm
Yeah.
looking at lips. So it's not normal
Yes.
that I'm
You will
walking
look.
naked
Yes.
or even when you wear clothes.
I
You
actually
wear
wanna go.
clothes, but people are still gonna see if you have boobs or not.
Yeah.
Of if you have Africa or not.
Yes. No, I
So
get you.
me this
Africa.
okay, I call Africa
The big bam bam.
the big bam bam. So
It's Africa. The big bam bam. Ah, that's a good one.
yeah. So you know what? The experience, she can make you feel comfortable when you
Yes.
go with her there.
Definitely.
Because and then we choose the day that it will be half.
Yeah,
kind
like
of. So
I picked a day that was they have some days,
Yeah.
just to attract more members into
yeah,
the
to make other people feel
community.
comfortable. Yeah.
So they have some days where they'll have like, a band
Yes.
performing and everything and lots of events and
Yeah.
then you can be partially dressed.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can walk around in a bikini if you want to.
if you want
maybe
to.
you feel
Your
uncomfortable
underwear.
going
Okay.
all the way,
So that was
I
the
want
day.
to go. I will
Yeah.
just not shave, so that the bush is there. Do you
It's
get?
fine.
And then
Listen,
I'm just like
listen.
back in the day.
Do
Yeah,
you, boo?
You'll be surprised that nobody even look at you, and they don't feel bad. Like, oh, I'm like this with all the tropical forest there, but nobody's they play attention. It's not that. It's just to be you, to be you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's what I learned
And
also
be
about
with Mother
her.
Nature,
Because
the
when
way
we
that
get,
you are,
Yeah.
the way that you were born.
yeah, when we get there,
Yeah.
first things she took the clothes before even we start talking there. I said, okay. And then she started walking,
I was wearing these dresses that you tie here.
Yes.
So, I was like,
then
We are within.
at the reception, and then at the reception, I see all these people, and then
Yeah.
so yeah, natural.
Yeah.
So it's a natural place. So
Yes.
I like to be. I can go there anytime.
I like that about you guys. Like, I like that you guys, because a lot of people, when they get married, they're like, "Ah, yeah, you're going to stop being this or that, or whatever the case may be. A lot of men have this thing of now treating their nkosagazi like
yeah,
a
so she's the
fragile-
one to be kept in the house.
fragile,
and then, yeah.
we are not freaky anymore. Like you can't dress
Yeah.
a certain way anymore and stuff. But you guys have not lost your touch, in a sense that what attracted you to Mr. Eve is still the same person.
Yeah.
What he was attracted to you by, you are still the same person. Vavavoom is still there. Po, 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 po. So, okay, let's get into it.
Need a photo studio? The Dreamstream Photo Studio includes a 2.7 meter PVC backdrop in black and white and is available for only 115 rands per hour. You can also rent a Canon R6 and lights. All rentals are for studio use only. Terms and conditions apply. Contact studio at dreamstream.co.za.
Thank you, Ben, for coming out tonight. My name is Son of Augustine. Let's go.
What are the benefits of being married to a foreigner? This is yours now. And then I'll come to you, Mr. Eve.
Benefits. Okay, first of all, let me just say, like, just from jump, he's a man.
Yes.
He's not a foreigner.
Yes.
He's a man. I'm a woman. I'm attracted to
Yes.
men, and that's
Yes.
it.
Yes.
So to me, that him not being South African has never been an issue, really, for me. To me, he's a man.
Yeah.
Is he
And a
treating me
human
right?
being.
Do I feel good, around him? Does he command, does he make me feel confident
Yes.
enough to submit myself to him? All of that. So, I saw qualities of a man
Yes.
in him. I didn't see qualities of a foreigner. I don't
Yeah.
know. So that the foreign part of it doesn't factor. It
Yeah.
only factors to the outside
Yes.
world when people start saying, "Oh, owangalenga
You know,
umuntu wakho,
yeah,
owangale, you know.
yeah.
So and then it's like yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, in essence, he's a man.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say there are any benefits or whatever. He's just a man, and he has to do the man work for him to be the woman that you know, we essentially want, you know, for us to have the home we want to
Yeah.
have, to have, you know, the dreams and aspirations we have and everything. He's
Yeah.
just a man.
Yeah, I like that you said that, because the reason why I'm studying it as a foreigner is because you have already touched on it, that the public looks at it like that. Do you get what I mean? And I'm glad that you clarified that beyond the citizenship, he's a man,
Yeah.
you know, and a human being.
Yeah.
You know, if I was to get married to a foreigner, the benefit, the benefit certainly is to have family outside my origin. I don't know why I love that, but I feel like it exposes us to a different world, and it exposes us to not be as narcissistic, to think that our country, hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it also, I think if I'm speaking, and I could be corrected, this is not factual, don't quote me, but South Africans, we don't really travel out like that, like other
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
from other African countries. We don't.
No.
And part and parcel is because sometimes we don't have the means, money, to go and say, I'm starting a life somewhere else. And then we still don't have family members or friends that are already somewhere else that we can say, even if I don't have money, if I go there, I know Mr. Yves will receive
there's a
me and help
support
me.
system,
And, you know,
yeah.
So for me, I always look at it like the benefit of that is like, you know, can't travel when it's holidays. We are in a plane. We are not just going down to KZN, go
For me,
Pietermaritzburg.
For me, it's just varashing.
Yes.
It's just varashing. It's the same as just varashing
Yes.
to KZN,
Yeah.
you know, when
Yeah.
you varasha elsewhere,
Yeah.
you know, but it's, now that you mention it, but I've never looked at it that way.
Yeah.
Family is just family,
Yes.
you know. I've got relatives all over the world
Yes.
as well,
Yes.
scattered in different places.
Yeah.
So to me, it's not like, you know,
it's
where you're from or
Yeah.
whatever. It's just that maybe, what kind of reach you have,
Yes.
just generally, because you
Yeah.
could have friends
Yes.
from different places,
Yes.
you know.
So, Mr. Eve, I'm
Yeah.
posing the same question to you, the benefits of getting married to a foreigner. Because the thing about it is that people don't think that foreigners are also looking at us like foreigners.
Yeah.
Because we are. Do you understand?
Yeah, foreign means different, right?
Yes, yes. So now, and I'm touching on it based on the mere fact that a lot of men in South Africa think women are dating foreigners for certain things, hey, blah, blah. And they think foreigners are using us for certain things, blah, blah, blah. You know? So I want you to touch on it, because I feel like you, before you met Sis Aviyah, you were already this side. Do you get what I mean? It wasn't that you wanted Sis Aviyah for you to stay here, because you were already here, living here, making a living here.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah,
So
yeah.
are there any special benefits that you can touch on, or how do you feel about that statement altogether?
No, you know, like she said, it never come in my mind. Like I said, like I just said, introducing myself when I told my dad that when my dad, you know, first time we spoke about sex, and when I say my first girlfriend will be my, you know, because I've been dating. If you believe me, even in Congo, I date also some people from,
Yes.
you know, not from originally from Congo, so they are foreigners. But love doesn't see it like that. We're talking about foreigners because the outsider, they are the people who are not concerned. They are trying to put their nose in their other people business.
Yeah.
So when I heard her voice, I didn't know who she looked like. I didn't know if she was white, she was black, she was. No, I didn't know. And I didn't know. Oh, by the way, she had a beautiful afro that time. So, but I didn't know. So for me, I didn't see looking marry a foreigner
Like that, yeah.
Believe me, I don't like to say that, but I was raised. I don't like to say it anymore Christian, because
Yeah.
But I was raised as a natural person. okay, for me to look at another person, it's 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 a human being like me.
Yes.
So I don't see where you're from. I don't see where she's from. So I just say that
You
we
just see a
belong here.
person,
So I
yes.
was, if I have to repeat this
Yeah.
my life, let's say in Benin, if I was gonna meet an Asian or
Yeah.
a Chinese or a Muslim or whatever, if my heart was gonna be there, it's gonna be there. So
It's
I
gonna be
don't
there.
look the benefit of that. There's
Yes.
no benefit of that. The benefit is just love. The
Yes.
person that I married, the person that
Yes.
you believe that you're gonna share a certain,
A life with.
a life with.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's definitely.
So I don't see the benefit is for the two people.
Yeah.
I don't see what
It beyond
race,
that.
what race, religion, what anything can come and do.
Yes.
That the benefit is just the two people decide to live
Yeah.
together. So
Well said. Well said. Because like that's a touchy thing, because I think people just think there are benefits, and they look beyond the importance of just finding love, finding somebody that
they
appreciates
put
you.
it in materials way.
Yeah, they
So
put it
they
in
think that okay, foreigners, so he marries South African, so he need to have an ID.
ID.
Let me tell you,
For documents.
I applied for my permanent residence. So guys, you need to know. I applied for my permanent residence. So I applied for my
Yes,
permanent
you need to
residence
know.
2009. We get so you see, I applied for my permanent residence 2009,
Yes.
but we get married 2010.
Yeah.
Actually, and on the 29th it will be our
Anniversary.
anniversary, 13
Yeah.
years of anniversary.
Yes.
So it was for benefit.
You would have waited and,
I
and
know,
met her and then
I-
applied.
I've been in
Yeah,
Mama
yeah.
Winnie's. I've been in Mama Winnie Mandela's life. I've been around Kosas and Azuma life. So those are also relationships.
Yes, that you
So
felt.
the benefit of that, I could use that as a foreigner to get my purpose.
Yes.
They like everybody say, "Oh no, you marry a South African. Why don't you ask for spousal payments?"
yeah.
It comes with the way it can come. So I can use now spousal payments. Or I can use the other way. It doesn't matter. But
Yes.
me marry her, I marry a human being.
Yeah. Well said. Well said. So now let's get into a touchy subject, which is xenophobia. And the reason why I want us to talk about how that has affected you guys or still affecting you guys because it's still there.
Doesn't affect.
A lot of times, like I said before, you guys have kids together. When the minute the whole country, well, some of the people here are chanting, they must go home, and they are burning people's stores and they are like trying to harm and whatever the case may be. They're initially saying people with families here must just vacate. Which in essence, if the woman stays here with the kids are now part of the fatherless generation. Now be part of a fatherless generation in a country that's already fatherless.
Yeah.
A country that doesn't know the essence of unity, a country that doesn't understand, or men here, and I will speak specifically to men, that leave their kids because they don't want responsibility, and then kids then grow up not knowing my father, my origin, who, my surname, hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And then do the same thing.
And do the same thing, And then when we look, I could be wrong, but previously the statistics of men in jail and also women, when you ask them, do you have a father? They never had. Yes, apartheid had a factor in it, but I still feel like now it's like, no, I'm not ready for a child. And if you decide to keep it, you are on your own, right? So they don't understand what it means to break up a family. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now you are foreign, so I'm gonna start with you. You are also foreign, sis. But in this case, because we are in South Africa,
Yeah.
Mr. Yves, as someone not from South Africa, how has xenophobia really affected you in a sense of being scared maybe on those days where they are chanting to go out, and this now disturbs your way of making money because now you are like at home and not at work, and is essentially the look of it when it comes to your children, because as it is, they are part of you.
It's really scary, especially somebody who look like you,
Yeah.
who doesn't want you around. It's really scary. To tell you the truth, when it happened, I'm more scared about her than me, because this xenophobic things, once they found out that she's married a foreigner, they will kill me. It's easy to kill. They're gonna take, but for them to kill her, they have to rape her first. Or if to punish her, they rape, and then they rape a kid. So this, for me, this, when we talk at, maybe it's the first time that I open this really to her, but, and thank you so much for the platform. It's really, really scary. I never showed that maybe to her, but they can take my life easily. But the pain she's gonna go through, it's a lot. And remember, men who do this, they get easy things. So they're gonna rape you. Then they're gonna torture you. So the rape and torture is the same. Then they humiliate you. So I've been gone already. In a second, they can just take my life.
Yeah.
But the person who suffers she's the one.
Yes.
So that is scary. So the bad part is because somebody who look like, then they won't see that she's the sister. And they don't see me as a friend, as a brother, as an African brother, as a black brother. So those are the scary part.
Yeah.
So imagine now, you're in the house, your stepbrother, you say the same father, your family already. But now your stepfather, your stepbrother want to kill you.
It's hectic.
It's really, really.
It's really
and
hectic.
I'm asking to my brothers, I don't want to go to too much differences, and then just look at you. You know what? Long time, my grandma went to a clinic. It was a white clinic. Take my mom. My mom took her there. So to cut it short, when they were taking blood to a nun,
Yeah.
because it was a nun, they take a blood. The nun who was sitting next to my grandma, she's a white. And then when they put up the blood, my grandma looked at the blood, it was red. My
Yes.
grandma couldn't talk, and then she just wanted to talk to my dad. And then when my dad come, grandma, what
What's
happened?
going on?
Say,
Yes.
she's asking, is white people have the same blood as us?
yes.
So you see where we from.
Yes.
So from there, that's when I said, no, we are equal.
We are.
So when you do xenophobia, and you were touching the subject that these things are happening because South Africa, they don't fly.
Yes.
You know, you don't go overseas, you don't go.
be a foreigner
You
in
just
another
thinking about
yeah.
going London.
Yeah.
Just go to Benin here.
Yeah.
That's when I give to all these apartheid people, fighters, and then salute. Because when I came here in South Africa, for me, it was a transit.
Yes.
But when I came here, I said, no, I stay in my continent.
Yeah.
I was thinking to go overseas.
Yeah.
I never thought to stay here in South
Yeah.
Africa. And besides, I didn't like also English.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a French speaker, so,
Yeah.
you know,
You want
French.
oui, comment ça va?
Oui, comment
Ça
ça
va
va?
bien?
And then. But when I came here, and then I get here in South Africa at night. No potholes, no shaking
nothing.
road, no
Aye, but now there's
bounce.
changed.
And
Aye, now
I was
potholes
just
are-
already in love.
Yeah.
The light and everything. And then I was just already in
Aye,
love. I said, no, I stay in Africa.
Let us pack up because right now there are potholes. There are no lights.
No.
Aye,
It just came now. So just to cut it short, no, the xenophobia.
It's horrible.
It's very,
Yeah.
very.
And I stand, sis, I'm coming to you now in a very short minute. They're taking our jobs, which I'm not going to touch on now, but I just want to say something about it. I don't want to say which jobs, right? But
I wanna
the
know
question
which
is
jobs.
which
No,
jobs?
let's not say
Yeah.
which jobs.
No, I want to know. I want to know which
Because
job.
foreigners, they don't come and take jobs here.
You know,
They're
because
qualified. They go for it.
I have, y'all are my family, you
Yeah.
know, so I have family that is foreign, that is not from here. and they basically make their own living because they can't send a CV and get a job anywhere.
Yeah.
Right. And if they do send a CV, it's not a job that they are qualified for. Right. And it's also not a job that pays well, and also not a job that a average South Africa would want to have. So it's a debate that we'll have to like probably come back and revisit and indulge in. Yeah. But as a wife, how do you feel about it? Same question about xenophobia, but now as a wife, because now you're married to somebody that could easily be attacked because they're not from here.
Well, for me, it's a little bit different because, even though I'm South African, I don't look South African. So
Welcome to the club.
I do get that. I do get that backlash as well.
Yes.
I hear people talking behind my back, not thinking that I'm their
That you know,
fellow
how
sister.
many languages do you know? Number one.
I speak 9 of the 11.
Imagine.
Oh, we've got 12 now. So
yeah.
yeah, I speak 9 of the
12?
12. Yeah, sign language is official now.
Oh, it's officially, yes.
Okay.
Imagine. So somebody speaking behind your back, not knowing that you know 9 languages, that whether you're going Sotho, I hear you. Venda, I hear you. What? I hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also hear everything.
Yeah.
And and he always laughs, when we travel, because we love road trips. And we'll drive a certain distance, and when we stop, the language changes.
Yes.
Because when I'm here in Joburg, ngikhuluma isiZulu.
Yeah.
But when you're in Pretoria, urabulela ke
Rabulela ke. Bona rabulela, sisters.
ra ko Mpumalanga, it's different,
Yes, yes.
So I do switch up like that. But then people, because I don't know what foreigners are supposed to look like, but they look like me apparently.
Yeah.
So
I also get that.
yeah, so
Like, I don't get approached by South African men because they
Yeah.
think I'm foreign or I'm looking for papers.
Yeah.
This one wants a green card.
Yeah.
So you and I are on the same boat.
Yeah, so I get treated like a foreigner myself, and maybe it's because I grew up in apartheid, and maybe it's because I know that this is my home country. I really don't pay much attention to it. It's just, when I encounter any kind of xenophobic energy, I'm like, oh, that's another ignorant one.
Yes.
Oh, it's shame, I pity them.
Yes, I get you.
know.
I also pity them. Honestly, I do. I do, because our problems are not necessarily going to be solved by foreigners leaving. And I think even our government
Because think about
bases
it, our government is not foreign, and look how they're treating us. Like, take a good look. Your own people, how they treating you, local South Africans. The foreigners have nothing to do with how our government is teaching.
Do you get what I mean?
Is treating us
the things that,
like for real.
the things, the load shedding, the lack of jobs,
all
or whatever.
of it,
has nothing to do.
It's the locals doing it to the locals.
Do I believe that, yes, people should be documented? Yes.
Of course.
Maybe the system has to be easier so that people can be documented.
That's the thing, because it's the visa systems are different, based on bilateral agreements and whatever. But generally, for Africans, it's difficult for them in Africa.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all over the world, but the biggest kicker is that it's harder for an African to get the right paperwork in Africa.
Yeah. Because right now, you've been here for 20 years.
Yeah.
Dude, you're supposed to be...
Could have a permanent residence or something like that.
What's the name?
Yeah.
Swimming.
Yeah, the vendor one.
Well, the name,
The
your
name
father's
of your
name.
father's name.
Oh, Pukuta.
Pukuta.
Should be
You're
Pukuta
supposed to be
ring.
Pukuta now on a green card.
Pukuta,
Honestly,
yes,
you're supposed to.
Yeah.
Because initially they say you need to be in this country for 5 years for you
Yeah,
to
everything
qualify
changed,
for
yeah. Yeah,
for PR, right?
Yeah. Things
20
change
years,
and
people.
things
20 years.
change. 20 years.
Ah,
You
failing.
don't know how many times they've lost the file,
Yes.
or
Yeah.
filed
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
switched up. It's crazy.
I reapplied
The level of
2018.
incompetence
Is
is
a
something
lot,
else
ne?
that we have to
And I do
discuss in
know
our
that
offices.
currently a lot of people have not gotten their papers currently now as it stands.
Currently, yeah.
They've been waiting for probably a year for their permits to come out, their visa, and they're scared to even travel out. So it's like, oh, if I travel out now, I may not be able to come back because then I need to wait for this permit to come out
I'll give
or
you
whatever
just
the case.
example. I applied. Do you see my ID? My new ID.
I'm on my feet, the underdog, and I won't be beat. Turn the lights up now, welcome to the show. I ain't never
Are you a musician?
all I know. My eyes on the prize until I die. I'm gonna rise.
The Dream Stream Music Studio is now available on Sundays for only 295 rands per hour.
We work for a fall in line. We gon' give it our all until the end of time.
It includes a 12-channel desk, a variety of mics and cables, electronic drum kit, and a laptop for recording. Terms and conditions apply and booking is essential. Contact studio at dreamstream.co.za for a site visit.
I did apply during COVID, and since the I applied, but my ID just came 2 years after.
Yeah.
2
Imagine.
years.
2020.
Imagine.
You applied to
It
2020,
was
but
2020 when you applied.
yes,
Yeah.
after COVID.
Yeah.
And-
So now, are they saying 2020? Okay, maybe because of COVID and whatever, maybe they will blame
No, no,
COVID
no,
and
no,
whatnot.
no,
But
no.
were they not working during COVID?
They were
No,
working.
they were
In fact,
working because that's what we applied.
they came with a more efficient system,
System to
especially
apply
for
online.
people with refugee status. They had they transitioned very quickly
Yeah,
to
that.
to online, and it's quick.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But
Maybe I need education on how these things work, because when I look at South Africa and when I look at what we've done and what we are capable of in terms of looking at it through the other African countries, I think we are more advanced for
Yeah.
us to have a more effective system, because I do know that I mean we work. Please, Nigerians, don't come for me. Please don't have fun now. Don't come for me. But I know that in Nigeria, I always make fun of people. How old are you? And they're like, I'm 22. I'm like, are you sure? Because, like, do you know? Because they never had that system like we do in terms
Yeah.
of you are born in a hospital, a birth certificate
Birth
is issued,
certificate, yeah.
you know your date of birth, you know everything, your time of birth,
Let me
everything,
put a
everything.
word on that.
Yeah.
You know, South Africa, you well advanced.
Yes.
And the thing is, it's the lack of, experience.
Yeah.
But you got all the infrastructure. You
Yeah.
know, like this during COVID,
Yeah.
they came with an idea. It
Yes.
was working. But now, like this week, they say 2 weeks, the system is down.
Yeah.
2
And
weeks,
you're
the system
wondering
is
how.
down. You know how many people you need to do the passport, the permit, the ID. So they don't say that it's gonna be a lot of
Yeah.
file and lot of file.
Yes. And I have a
So
a
you
friend-
can have 2 weeks. Yeah.
Sorry to cut you. Sorry to cut you, Mr.
No, no. we in the room.
Yeah, yes, your lounge. Your
Thank
big
you.
lounge. I have a friend. I wanted to just add on it. I have a friend who recently wanted to get a visa to travel to America. And he had an interview on the day. They told him on the day that, Baba, you need to reapply in 3 months. You don't have enough ground, blah, 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 blah. And in my head, I thought, "Okay, that will not take that quick for you to get an answer, for you to know that you can't get a visa." And in my head, I'm like, but look, I need to learn on how these things work out, because probably in South Africa, you will have to wait a long time for you to know whether the visa is approved or not.
yeah,
and
and
the
it
American
gets lost.
embassies, they're like, quick.
No, it's I'll just say it straight up because I'm South African, so
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can say it
Deal
about
with it.
my own
Yes.
people.
Yes.
But it's just sheer incompetence.
Thank you. That's I didn't want
It's
to say
just
that word.
incompetence. You've got people who are clerks and they don't know how to fill out forms. They don't understand. So even if you ask a question related to the form that they are supposed to be monitoring
Yeah.
or collecting, they can't even tell you. They don't know.
That's another topic, sis.
Yeah.
Because and you need to come back for that because. Yes, and I always say, like, like at some point, I wanted to work for the government because I felt like that's quick money. Like that's like quick. Like I don't think they work. Yes, we see other things being progressive, but in essence, it could be better, And
Yeah, especially when it comes to the service of things.
yes,
When you have to move things along, just,
have
like
you seen their
filing and whatever.
their
They don't even know how to file.
their pages, their websites? You find a website has not been updated since 2019, and in my head, I'm like, who is responsible for this? Because now I'm looking for information that resonates with the times of now, and then I'm still seeing old things from back then that don't apply at this point
and
in
you
time.
call the number, there's no answer. And if they do answer, someone answers with an attitude, and they don't
Are they girls?
know.
They
They
always
don't know.
answer with an attitude.
They don't
Are
even
they
know.
women
They
that
don't
answer
even
the
Oh
know
no,
how to
the
help you.
men, women, they always answer.
Because we're gonna
with
speak
attitude,
about
yeah.
women in savers. Women in
So-
savers. That's another topic.
Yeah.
That's another topic.
No, the service in this country is a whole topic.
Nah?
Yeah, and it's not even gender based.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah. Actually, the reason why I wanted you guys to come, and you guys have done that perfectly, is to just allow my viewers, however many they are, to see a healthy couple. Do you get it? To see a healthy couple that has been through everything that I could think of.
what's your definition of a healthy couple?
Y'all are not perfect, and you're not trying to be.
Yeah. No,
Unless you see them perfect, then that's a good thing. But
No.
you guys are not perfect, and you guys have gone through things and still chose to stick it out. Do you get what I mean? And it's not easy to be married to somebody that's not from here. Because one, you will need to deal with their emotions when they miss their family, number one. Their emotions when they can't go back home. Maybe somebody has passed on, and because now permits are like struggling, they can't go home to bury their loved ones. There's so much. It's not like I think when you're dating your neighbor, it's a bit easier than when you're dating somebody that's not from here. Even the costs around it. It's not easy. Tickets are expensive, and for you to be able to say, we would like to travel once a year, you have to make enough money to survive and also travel, right? So I wanted you guys to come in so that, yes, the women that are thinking of getting married to any other person other than a South African is able to see the reality of it the way that it is. Because I think a lot of the young girls, especially on TikTok, they want to be Jolofinas. By the way,
the Jolofina
yes,
thing, the
the
Jolofina revolution.
and I have a problem with that. We will talk about it another time because, like, I have a problem with it in both ways. See how girls look at influencers that are girls and think, I don't have to go to school. I can just be an influencer. It's the same as those that are looking at people that are dating Nigerians, even beyond Nigerians, other foreigners from other countries, and look at it as if it's an easy thing. Like if I date this one, I'm set. They're escaping poverty now, looking at if I just catch a foreigner, I know that I have the bag. Because whether we like it or not, Mr. Yves, and I don't stand to be corrected because it's my own opinion and my own show, and I will say anything that I want to say. You guys work extra harder than the ones of origin. And by extra harder, it's because it's not your home. You have to survive. Me, if things fail, I'm going back home to stay with my granny. You don't have that option. So you work extra harder. So in that, it reflects in your own pocket as well. It may not reflect like value of you are rich, but it reflects that you will strive to always have money because there's no backup. So sis, this is for you, and we are almost getting to the end. Jono, please tell me our time. Okay, the last time it was 55, 52. Okay, we're getting there. I want you to, in your own words, in your own opinion, in your own thoughts, what would you advise the girls that are looking at it as a ticket and the girls that are looking at it as an escape from poverty, and girls that are looking at it like it's a target. Like they are not even giving the South African gents a chance at this point in time, because for them it's like, hey, where are you from? Nah. Nah, because Bonaki Jolofina, I don't know who we will call the ones that are dating, like the Congolese, the French, the Wiwis,
Yeah,
you know?
the Frenchina,
The Frenchinos, you know. But what would you say to them as a woman that's maybe to somebody that's not from SA?
Okay, well, first of all, I would say it's just sad that the girls think that their way out of poverty is with a man. And it's
If I was in McG, I would say, Jono, please, what's those things? We need to get those things, number
no,
one,
but
because
it's
you just,
it's a shame.
please
really.
repeat that. I want
It's a shame. It's a crying shame that girls feel that they need a man in order to escape poverty.
Thank you.
You can do that yourself. And I've never been that girl that would say, if I want to date a guy, I want a guy with a car. For me, it's always been, if I want to ride in a car, I should get my own car.
Yes.
And so girls, get off your ass and make a living for your own self. That's just basically what it is.
Yes.
Because let me tell you, even these foreign men, they are here trying to make a living just as you are. So don't think they're here to work for you. I mean, it's 2023. Times are different, and let me tell you, just so you know, our parents, at least, a couple of generations before me, where we had mothers that stayed at home. They only stayed at home because of the system, not because it was a man's job to provide for them. We have never been like that as women, just period. A woman gets up and does things for themselves. It's never been like that. It was an oppressive system. Women were considered minors, at a certain time in our history. And, working wasn't, it wasn't very ideal.
Yes.
And opportunities were also
limited.
scarce. There were jobs for men and jobs for women. And, if you didn't reach a certain level, which was also limited for you as a woman, that's another, it was different. So just so you know, your grandma, she wanted to work just like you have the opportunities. It's just that they were not presented for you. So now, if you can be an influencer, get your ass up and make content and stop doing foreign men.
Yes.
That's not a living.
Yes, it
period.
It's not a job.
Just straight up.
Yeah.
It's not a job, it's not a career, it's not a living.
Yeah.
You want the soft life, baby. You work for it. That's just how it is.
You touched on having to say you never looked at a man and be like, oh, I want a man that drives. I say to all my friends, because I don't know, I know the model. Is a Mercedes a model? It's a model of a car, right? I know models of cars, but
brand.
I don't.
Is it a brand? It's a brand.
It's a brand,
yeah,
right?
it's a brand.
Okay,
They've
I
got
know
different
brands,
models,
yes.
yeah.
I know a brand of a car, but I don't know the models and years and whatever and whatever. So when a man comes with a car, and I'm speaking to my girlfriends, I'd be like, a Mercedes, eso. Do you understand? So I don't look at that and be like, you need to impress me with this or impress me with that. So it's not a thing, ne? But as Sis Aviyah said, get off your Africa and make it work.
Yeah, for your own self.
For their own. I like that. Mr. Yves.
That's just how that's just how it is.
I'm learning. So, Mr. Yves, to the young girls that are looking at,
So you make me learn to start looking at the young girls.
the Wiwis and the Jolofinas and Ghanaian and all of other African, even beyond Africa. Because at this point in time, even the Australians that come here, the girls in Sandton City, they're like, yeah, we want a rich white man that's going to probably die in the next 2 weeks. Like, you hear so many crazy things, because you hear everything that has nothing to say or to do with, I'm gonna work for my own damn self, right? What would you like to advise them? Because you also have beautiful young girls that are being raised in a system that we are not liking. Right? Because a lot of people are complaining about AMA 2K, saying, oh, hey, this AMA 2K, they're so brave. They do things that are like overly insane and whatever the case may be. And they are like the generation that we are saying is the future. So now I'm worried. That's why I have not given birth, because I'm just
But
like,
it's not my 2K. Please, let's
Wha-
stop
who-
saying
who-
that.
who-
The people are just complaining I'm a 2K because they have phones and cameras. Please believe me, we've been wild.
Yeah.
We've been doing the things.
the things that are,
Yeah,
are
we've
even
been-
wider than
we've done all of it.
Another
It's just
perspective.
never been caught on camera. That's it.
Yeah, that's true though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been.
That's-
We
Right
have
now,
been.
everything is exposed.
Don't,
But
I'm
back
from
then,
the streets, baby.
Yeah.
I'm from the streets, so
That's
I
true.
know,
Yeah.
baby. We've done it.
That's true. That's true,
Yeah.
because well, you know what, ne? Let's stop thinking I'm a 2K are wilder than
No,
I'm a
no,
90s.
we
and
just don't have
80s and
evidence.
70s.
We
Yeah,
just don't have evidence.
true. And now go high, I've not done things. Go high and take a little chichi, and that's
Yeah,
just how.
Lena
how
was
it is.
I was married a virgin.
Jesus, I like it. So, Mr.
There's
Yves,
no evidence to
There-
dispute that.
how? Mr. Yves,
yes.
please, advise. Please advise us.
No, but okay. Advise what Aviyah just said, my beautiful wife. The girls think that men can provide, but now we realize that before men can provide for you, you need to
To have
stand.
substance.
So then
Yeah.
you put the bar high, because you know you don't want a man who comes and then look at you like this. Okay, hey, because you wanted my money, so then I can bring to another one. Now it happened like that. You know, he put you in the corner there in the room other there, and then you heard him at the door.
Doing other things.
But
with
you said
another person.
you came for money. He knows that you came for money. He said, okay, you came for money. You sit
This
in
is
the
how I
house.
will treat you.
You're driving a car. You go like this. But hey, you can hear me next door.
Doing other
What
things.
would you do?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
ne?
they do
So,
put
because-
up with a
because
lot.
the-
these
Yeah,
days, hey?
they do.
It's not easy. They
They
do
do.
put up with a lot.
And
It's
a
not
lot,
easy.
a lot. That's what you said. This young generation, actually, they don't see the manipulation.
That comes.
You said that now look this young generation. How many of them that been tortured like in Saudi Arabia, Libya? Did you see those videos?
The ones eating poo poo.
Yes.
And having
what
sex
which
with
generation
dogs.
are they? So you say I don't want to say those words, but who look kind of stupid. But they're there for money.
And
They're
that's
doing
not the
this for
easy
money.
life. I'm sorry.
So
I don't
that's
care
not
what
the
you
easy
say. It's
life.
not the easy
So
life.
the advice for me, like Aviyah say, I'm sorry. That's what I'm teaching my girls.
Yes.
Every day when we drive, we see people are sitting on the street and say, they have parents. All these guys, the sitting group people, their parents, their family. Probably their family, they were, father were rich. But they were just, enjoying the father's money, not thinking of themselves.
future, yeah.
So now the father's gone, the inheritance is gone. So now what do? You find yourself nothing, then you go to the streets.
Yeah.
So those are the advice I can say. Stand for yourself. School is more important.
Yes.
And then when you get your money, then you can challenge somebody who has the money. Then at least
Yes.
it can
Together,
be
yeah.
together.
Thank
But
you.
if you just go for money,
You will hear him.
you're gonna hear.
You will
next
hear.
door.
You will hear him, man. You go
Yeah,
collect.
you hear next door.
You go collect and then still chop breakfast. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
But thank you so much, family, for coming through. Like, I know, like, this conversation can take us until tomorrow. We needed more time, but obviously, like, the viewers, the attention span, their attention span is limited. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I guess we'll have a part 2 sometime, season 2. because this is season 1.
Yeah.
Season 2
Next
probably
season.
will bring it back.
No
But
problem.
thank you so much for coming through and sharing your own opinions, your own thoughts, your own hearts, and your own story. Because, like, here's a king,
Now
ne?
for you, I can do
Badon
anything.
Khazana,
I
here's
can
a
do-
king,
I
ne?
can do
Wow,
anything.
Sama,
Until-
I'm bossing
until-
this thing.
I am
until-
doing
Look how
this
you
thing.
Look how you ran this interview.
Look,
It's-
listen,
it
I'm-
felt so nice.
Yes,
You know?
I'm
Yes.
happy about that because what's
Yeah.
a king?
I'm still waiting for the
Some-
ring if it's happening.
You mean
No,
you-
now you can do whatever. So I'm
you know
I'm
what?
still that
ne?
uncle, you know.
But the
You
ring
know
is
what?
not the ultimatum.
No,
guys.
it's
I'm
not.
telling you,
You
this
know,
is
I don't have the ring
2023.
now.
You know?
Yeah. Can I tell you,
No,
name
yes.
Mr. Yves? Like, I think, like, I love love. You
Yeah,
know, and
that-
when I'm
that for sure.
exposed to such relationships, I'm more empowered to say this is what I want, right?
Yeah.
So look at the prayers. When I pray to God, ne, I'm like, Yeshua, you know what, ne? Just the script of this marriage, ne? Just take one and one and one and one from it and just combine with my person. You know, whoever my person is, it should be in the same boat. But thank you so much, guys, for coming. Like, I really appreciate you guys. This is episode 2. So y'all are in the beginning, in the beginning, you know? Look at Genesis chapter 1, you know. So thank you so much for coming. I think this conversation will still be elaborated, sis. I'm gonna have you still come so that we can have our gilly talk. The reason why I wanted you to be here because this show is basically supposed to be for women, and people think I can only have women as guests. So I changed my mind because that was the initial thought. But I changed my mind because I was like, we can actually learn so much from men as well. Do you
Yes,
get what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
we can.
important to
because,
get the male perspective on
do you
things
understand? Because
sometimes.
we live in a world where women do certain stuff for men. But do they really want us to do those kind of stuff?
Thank
or
you.
can we just be ourselves and be like Mary and, you know?
Yeah.
So we will have our gilly session. But thank you so much for coming through. And yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Before
so
we
much.
leave, we need to do the Korean hearts.
Oh, yes.
So each person on their own camera. So Sis Aviyah, you're here. I'm there. Mr. Yves, you're number 2.
I'm number 2.
Yeah.
That's
Yes. So people, ne?
This one too.
Yes. How can we forget? Mr. Yves, are you there? Either way, thank you so much, guys, for joining me. I hope that you guys actually learned some pearls of wisdom or got some pearls of wisdom and your minds are transformed for the better. We're going to meet again on episode 3. I don't know what we're going to be talking about. The spirit will lead me. And yeah, Jono, thank you so much, sir. You are
Thank
my
you.
king.